What's up, guys? My name is Jorge Campos. If you haven't been following me for a while, then let me introduce myself. I'm the founder of Capital Leverage Club, where I provide a service-based business for funding and now credit repair, and also now asset protection through asset creation through infinite banking. Now, this video is going to be my introductory video where I talk about how the credit repair industry works, because it goes hand in hand with funding, which is what I specialize in. If you don't know what credit is, if you've been living under a rock maybe, let me explain. Credit score is based on credit bureaus. There's three main ones for your personal bureaus. That's Equifax, that's Experian, and TransUnion. There's different ways that they're graded. Their Vantage score, their FICO score, and many different ways when it comes to credit cards, auto, etc. Right now we're talking about credit cards specifically, since when applying for funding, that's one of the major data points that is looked at. First off, when you turn 18, that's when you usually are able to see your credit score, since you have a social from when you're born, but at 18 you're able to apply for credit and start building a history. So the way that FICO score measures it, since FICO is honestly the better of the other, Vantage score is not so much. The owner of Vantage is actually the information bureaus such as Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. They don't really have the best interest of the consumer, since they only sell the consumer's data, sometimes illegally. I'm just saying this because I want you as a viewer, the consumer, to really know how things work. So keep that in mind. FICO, however, they actually go by a lot of other data. The way that they measure their things is 30% by amounts owed. So yeah, how much utilization you have. Below 10%, below 5%, 1 to 5 is ideal. Below the 10 is good. Below 30 is acceptable. Anything above that, lenders don't want to work with you. When it comes to new credit, that's 10% of the FICO. New credit such as hard inquiries, maybe you've been applying for a lot of credit cards. Those are going to show up as hard inquiries oftentimes, unless it's soft inquiries. It depends on the bank and what type of product that you're applying for. Anything below 3 hard inquiries is ideal. Anything above 4 or 5, you're already looking like a risk. Now, there's also 50% length of credit history that you can increase the history. Even though you have a brand new credit history, you can increase it by adding authorized users, getting added as an authorized user. There's many different sites for that. There's so many different ways. Now, 35% of it is going to be your payment history. So if you ever miss the payment, that's not good. Make sure you never miss a payment on any type of credit or loans, because that's going to go on your history and it's going to stay there for up to 7 years unless you delete it to do credit repair. 10% of that's going to be through the credit mix. So if you only have credit cards but you're applying for a mortgage and you don't have an auto loan, you don't ever have any personal loans, you don't have any other history, then you might not get approved if you only have $1,000 credit card and you're trying to get a mortgage. Mortgages, those are like advanced type of loans, so they definitely want to see that you have a credit mix of you've been paying off an auto loan, you've been paying your credit cards on time, you have maybe a revolving personal loan. That's what credit mix is. I want you to understand that anything in your credit report can be fixed. Anything can be deleted if you need it to be. Using consumer law, maybe disputing through government agencies if it really is something that you should dispute. If you are worried about your credit not being where it's at, don't worry about it. Anything can be fixed. When it comes to credit repair companies, there's many different companies. Some only focus on disputing inaccuracies, information inaccuracies. Those are usually the cheapest. They may take the longest, but there's also some credit repair companies that repair through consumer law loopholes and inaccuracies. Those take less time, maybe 30, 60 days. Although I do want to let you know that legally nobody can guarantee or give you a timeline for when a credit is going to be fixed, because you really can't say when that is. The only guarantee that people can give is your money back if there are no results. Other type of credit repair is the hacker. This personally I've never met a credit repair company that does this hacker job where they delete everything off your reports, but they can really delete anything. Repos, child support, bankruptcies, in up to 48 hours. And it's gonna come back after a week or two. But of course, you don't want to deal with those things. Just letting you know that it exists. Also do a credit sweep, which is the most effective and honestly the most fastest and effective way to get things off permanently. Although I will forewarn you, you don't want to do this if the things that are being disputed are actually things that you caused to be on your credit report. So unless it's actually fraud, then do the credit sweep. That's when you're disputing to government agencies for fraud. But otherwise, then just use consumer law. So many different software, so many different information on what letters you can send out to the bureaus for removal of hard increase, for removal of collections, etc. It really all depends on how much time you have on your hands. So if you're a person who maybe has several hours a day to, oh, okay, you can definitely do that. Or you can work with a professional who has already knowledge on the ins and outs of how to repair your credit. So it's really up to you and how much you value your own time. So when it comes to credit repair industry, there's so many gray areas. So if you're gonna do your own credit repair, make sure that you stay legally compliant. If you're gonna start your own credit repair company, make sure you also know what you're doing. So this is the first video of my YouTube channel where I talked about the credit repair industry, the different types of companies that there are, and the different types of things that the FICO scores are based upon. So if you want more information, make sure to follow. I am really looking forward to providing as much value as I can to this community. Really on the mission to reach 100,000 subscribers. So let's get to it and looking forward to seeing you. Let's go.